So Team Zimbabwe, let us talk about this. According to the Newsday Zimbabwe, they say the ZANU PF official dominated Senate passed the controversial criminal law Codification and Reform Amendment Bill, also known as the Criminal Code, paving way for President Mnangagwa to sign it into law anytime from now. So this is it. Senate passed the Patriot Bill. Proposed law now awaits presidential assent. The issue is, will President Emerson Mnangagwa sign this bill into law? The lower house, the National Assembly, it passed this bill. The upper house, which is the Senate, it passed this bill. So, President Mnangagwa now has the prerogative to either assent or not. So, you will see that this is going to deal with anybody who criticizes the government. This is going to deal with anybody who criticizes corruption. Anybody who engages or who just meet a foreign government. For an example, when Hakainde Hichilema was elected president, people like President Nelson Chamisa were invited to the inauguration. In Lesotho, is it Lesotho or Swaziland? I'm not so sure. They were also invited, which means they can't be invited anymore if this bill is passed. But what does that mean? It means ZANU PF is trying to use this election period to repress and suppress the opposition people. So that is the deal. They want by all means possible to stop the opposition from talking to anybody, to find grounds to arrest opposition leaders. So is this going to end well? Possibly no. Why? It's because the people of Zimbabwe do have the final mandate. The people of Zimbabwe at one time will speak on the 23rd of August. The people of Zimbabwe will feel the heat when this bill when this law is enforced. The people of Zimbabwe will start to feel the heat, and they will be left with no option other than to unite, vote ZANU PF out of power. And that the same bill will be a problem to ZANU PF. The same bill will give ZANU PF people sleepless nights because mangwana ndime opposition. What are you going to do kana mako opposition? Hamane pa matanda ake. Who will you blame? It's like in Zambia right now. There are certain laws which are being enforced. Akaiswa ne party ya lungu. Right now they are crying foul. Using of the same laws which they created. The same will happen in Zimbabwe. These people who are creating these laws, ndo vachange vakuchema mangwana about these laws. So, Parliament approved this bill, both from the lower house and the upper house. And the report says the bill has provisions that seek to criminalize citizens found guilty of willfully damaging the sovereignty and national interests of Zimbabwe. What will be the national interests of Zimbabwe? Will ZANU PF national own interests be the national interests? Who defines national interests? National interests should be defined by the Constitution of the Republic of Zimbabwe. Is the Constitution able to define these national interests purported by ZANU PF? Because we have seen ZANU PF going against the dictates of the Constitution, which we have. What about if they have this criminal code? So you see that they say the bill which seeks to amend the criminal code penalizes Zimbabweans charged with campaigning against or hurting the interests of the country, including having any correspondence with foreign governments. So if you campaign against ZANU PF looting, whatever ZANU PF is doing, you'll be penalized. So, Team Zimbabwe, let us look at this one. They say other penalties include revocation of citizenship, prohibition from being registered as a voter or voting in an election for a period of at least 5 years. Saka, iwewe semZimbabwean, your rights enshrined in the constitution will be revoked as a citizen. Uwobva woendepi? Ukadzingwa mZimbabwe kana tukanyimwa citizenship mZimbabwe, woendepi? Uchapiwa nyika ipi ya uchapiwa ichakutambira? Okay. Ukarambidzwa kuvota kana kuti if you can't be registered as a voter, if you can't vote in an election for a period of at least 5 years, what does that mean? It means they will use this one kuvanhu vazhinji ma-opposition leaders. What it means ndezvekuti tichasara tisina ma-opposition leaders who can contest in an election, because once you criticize the government, you get arrested, you get charged, and you get the penalty on 5 years. Usiri registered voter. The law for you to be able to contest, you must have 5 years as a you must be registered as a voter. Election period, svika usiri registered. So you will see kuti vana veZimbabwe vachasvinura zvavo. Vachasvinura zvavo. So, Team Zimbabwe, let us take a look on this. Be vigilant enough to vote wisely and responsibly this coming 2023.